trying to go on the outside. New leader. Godback's going to lead it. Having 3 turns to go. How rough is it going to get? Where is Magia? Last year's heartbreak. This year, he's going to win.
He's going to suicide, but here comes Jade on the outside.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the episode 8 of the Revved Up podcast. Here with me is Hazard County. Hazard, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Jade, for having me on once again.
Absolutely, buddy. You're gonna start to become a familiar face here on the podcast. So, in a few weeks we look to revamp this a little bit, work on some different things, get it ready to go. I think it'll be really good once we get figured out what we want to do with it.
Absolutely. I will be stepping in and taking over for Mike Sr. because he's had quite a lot of stuff happen. We'll not disclose on that, but it's family related, so I understand why he doesn't want to cover that.
Yeah, I'm still sitting here messing with my cat as he's trying to following the cursor on my second screen.
You're good.
So, with that being said, Hazard, do you want to go over what happened in the 3 races this week? Or 3 NASCAR races this week?
Yes, of course. So I have my information cards with me. It's very important to have these because, we need to know who's and where. Let's start with trucks. I mean, it's mainly between AMR and D4C this season. Fatal and D4C, with night racing being taken over by Weston Grant during the offseason made a dash with Dash to gain partnership for trucks, and Nitro Racing reopening their doors for the very first time in a long time. The winner of that race was you, Jade, in the 39.
It was.
I mean, we didn't have very many cautions during the truck race.
No, we only had, I think it was 2 in the second stage, 2 or 3 in the second stage, and 1 in the third. It was a pretty clean race for the most part. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. It was a good race, at least for me. Looking at points, Fatal is leading the constructor points, my team, by a healthy mark by 21 points over our affiliate Nitro. Then AMR, our other affiliate, is third, just a little bit behind them. And then D4C and Night Racing round out the truck teams left. And then obviously, I am also the point leader after winning. I have 12 points over second place Tony Flyers, or aka Anthony Camerata. So it was a great night for myself and the Fatal aligned drivers.
Yeah. Speaking of Fatal, during the offseason, we've talked about Keith Allen Ayers finishing second in points last season, and now he has signed on former Fatal driver William Moore to be co-owner/driver. Do you think that was a good move on Keith's part?
Oh, I think it's a fantastic move, and it's great to keep Will within the organization and give him another spot. You're welcome. It was great to keep, like I said, keep Will within the Fatal organization, and then also keep
I don't know. There's only 247 right here.
keep and to give him another spot within the league, within the organization, to give him as an owner, and that gives him a reason to stick around. Will is one heck of a race car driver. He's always been one heck of a race car driver. He always will be one heck of a race car driver, whether we're just on a game or in real life. Him knowing how to work on
Mhm.
race cars is a big thing for Fatal to keep around if we do end up having a real life car. I cannot talk tonight.
Don't worry about it. I can't talk all the time.
Hmm.
Moving on here, let's move into Bush. Now, we do have some surprises here. For starters, the champion of the entry series, Conky, moved up into the Bush series immediately, that was a very ballsy move. But of
Hmm.
course, Maggio, being the champion that he is, he has opened up his own team, Magic Motorsports, and plans to have 4 cars in the roster.
Hmm.
3 drivers are currently open.
Yeah, he does have
And
three.
Critical Role breaks off from Fatal as an affiliate and starts their own group with Ford, the Blue Oval.
Yeah, the big news with Critical Role splitting off for me was, it was a bittersweet moment. We saw a Nat come in, and he came in. He ended up racing under me for a year. Then he became my alliance team for the second season, and then now his third season, he has officially branched off and done his own thing now. Um, and Nat knows, and the rest of the Role boys, they all know that if they see one of the Fatal cars out on track, they know that they're gonna have a little bit of help from us, at least from me. And I know that they greatly appreciate, all the help, and I greatly appreciated everything they've done for the Fatal brand itself. And they are just wonderful, wonderful guys, and they will be missed.
Indeed, they will be. Um, and remember, Knight is no longer part of Chevy. They're with Toyota, and we're going to talk about one of the drivers from Bush Series up to the Cup Series in just a second, because we got to talk about Cup now.
Yep.
Big moves for Cup. Three brand new teams have three teams have opened up, other than Nitro, because 2 other teams other than Nitro reopening their doors.
Mhm.
We have TMT making their debut with Goose as the owner,
Mhm. Goose
and
and
BMR
Casey.
with someone else opening their. I believe it was Drake who opened up B Movie Racing,
Yes, that was Drake and Maggio that both opened that up.
and they had some strong cars during the Daytona 500.
That they did. They had some really, really strong cars. They were really fast during the 500. It they are quick. Drake and Maggio. I look forward to seeing them at Texas this upcoming weekend to see what they can do against these Cup guys. Drake already scored a win this season by winning the Clash, which was fantastic for him. Great performance all around for him.
Yeah, but however, he did not win the Daytona 500. He was so close.
That he was.
The winner of the 500 was actually part was the Bush Series driver of the 61 driving the 49 in Cup, Turf Tack. That was a huge win for that young man.
It was a huge win for him, and you know, as a guy that had some issues with that move, uh, with a move with him, but it is what it is. Move on. It's racing. Have short memory. Move on to the next week. It took. Right now, this is probably the first time in my career of league racing that I'm on the outside looking in on points for the playoffs. So I'm a little worried about it. But I think it'll all work out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we actually had an issue with Goose. Would you mind filling the podcast in on the matter?
So the issue with Goose was that um there was a sorry, I'm answering other people at the same time trying to do this.
It's
Uh
okay.
uh the issue with Goose is that Goose when he came off pit road, he went up to the high line. He didn't know that Nitro, Maggio, there's a group of 4 or 5 of them. He didn't know that they were there, and it looks horrible on video. It looks absolutely horrendous. I won't lie about it. But he he publicly apologized to the league, to Nitro's team, and all those group and all that whole group of guys about what happened, and the admins are still out about what's gonna happen. We're still gonna converse a little bit. I know I was trying to talk to Goose, and I haven't had a chance to message him quite yet about all the stuff that happened, but I will be talking to him probably, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, just to kind of touch base and see what happened. Um,
Yeah.
so
Um. Yeah. Let's get into more of the real life topics now. So over the weekend, we learned a story, according to NASCAR, from the insiders, stating the fact that Kyle Busch was arrested in Mexico. That was one of the oddest things I've heard all in all my years of being into the sport.
yeah, we found out that he actually try to look at my phone here to see what's popping up at the bottom. Okay. All right. Whatever. Um. Yeah, we found out that he got arrested. I guess um he had a pistol, I guess, in his carry-on. Now, mind you, he was arrested in a private airport. Now he flew down to Cancun already, and it was missed on the way down, but they found it on the way back, which is mind-boggling to me. Do I,
That is mind-boggling.
do I think that he's gonna serve any time for it? No, I don't think so. Do I think that he's gonna have to pay a boatload of money? Absolutely, he's going to pay a boatload of money.
Indeed, he will be. So in other related news, there has been 5 open cars announced for the Daytona 500. For starters, Jimmy Johnson returning to drive the 84. Yeah, apparently they were originally going to buy out the 48 from Hendrick, but they decided to go with their own number.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Moving on.
I,
Sorry.
it's
Go
okay.
ahead.
No, I think it's a good thing. I think for Jimmy Johnson as a fan of the sport, I wasn't his fan. Weston Grant's joining us too, whenever he decides he wants to show his ugly mug. But yeah, it's whenever you just it's
Almost like she has a fever.
I don't even know. I don't remember what else. Oh yeah, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, as a fan, I wasn't a fan of his completely because I'm tired of the same person winning every week or winning championship every year. But you know, love him, hate him. It's like Kyle Busch. You got to respect what he's done for the sport. We're not gonna see.
Agreed.
We're never gonna see another 7-time champion. You know, we'll be lucky if we see another 200 win driver between series.
Oh hell
Um,
no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell no.
but Jimmy, he's him with him coming with the 84. I think it's like a new chapter for him. Yes, he ran the 48 for Hendrick his whole career, but with him now stepping into the owner of a role or the role of an owner, now having the 84, it's a whole new thing for him, and it's
All new ball game.
I'm excited to see where he goes from here.
Indeed, and also Travis Pastrana has been announced to compete for the Daytona 500.
Yeah,
That's huge news.
yeah, that's news. He hasn't been in a car in what 10 years is what it is.
Yeah,
So
but remember, he's not been in a Cup car or next gen car, so I
yeah.
don't know how well Travis will do.
Well, I know that I saw a video about Denny Hamlin because I do still follow 2311 because of Kurt. Um, I know that I think it's gonna be pretty cool to see him back in a car. And Denny was back to what I was saying about the video with Denny. Denny said he was looking for a parking lot so Pastrana could figure out how to shift the car. So I can't wait to see how that goes.
Yeah, and his paint scheme was announced, and it's a really cool scheme. It's
Mhm.
black coffee as his sponsor, but it's a tribute to Ken Block.
Mhm. That's awesome.
It is. Also, we have other news that the 80 car is supposed to be fielded. This was just announced last night
Oh, who's that?
that they were going to. It's for uh, JJ Yaley, who's supposed to compete,
Okay.
but I don't know the team.
Okay. JJ Yaley. Huh. That's pretty cool that JJ Yaley's gonna come back for another race.
Yeah, Connor Daly is also attempting the Daytona 500
Mhm.
in the Money Team 50 car.
Money Team 50 car. Okay.
I mean, honestly, really, I really want to see Connor Daly be successful. But let's be honest, the last few races he did, they sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't. They weren't real successful in those races. It's tough. In the 500, it's a big race. It's a big time race. Oh, I think I lost Hazard too.
I'm
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
still here.
Still here. Grant
I'm
hasn't loaded in yet. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find all the info for us
Mhm.
related to the NASCAR
Mhm.
Daytona 500 open entries. And we haven't had an open entry list this big since a long time ago.
Yeah. I'm more excited for me to see where the I don't know. Like this 500 for me is going to be very weird because there's not going to be a Kurt Busch in the field, and this will be the
Mm-hmm.
first time I haven't seen a 500 without him in it in a long time. So I'm going to be pretty upset to say the least. Um, I'm still be pulling for my boy Chastain and my boy Reddick. Um, Probably more Reddick than Chastain because Reddick's taking over Kurt's car, and I think him going to 2311 I think is a great move for him. Um, so I think I sit here and I talk and talk and talk about Reddick all the time, but I think it's a great move for him personally.
Mm.
Grant,
Um,
Grant, you hear us yet? Nope, no Grant,
no Grant still?
no Grant still.
Anyway, so yeah, I did say there was 5 open cars. I don't know about the other two because they they did announce what numbers they were going to be, but I kind of did forget, so I apologize for that.
It's okay. It's all good. Oh,
But this is important, to share. Oh
mhm.
crap, cameras. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're good. There he is. There's that ugly mug.
Yep. No, I tried to join in on my computer and internet just wasn't having it. So,
Yeah, it's all good, buddy. It's all good.
yep.
My cat here's, and I wish I could video this because my cat is sitting here pawing at the TV when the cursor's not moving, and now that it's moving, he is on it like
He's
white
like
on
about ready to
rice.
pounce.
Yeah. Oh, he's walking
Like
away now.
no joke.
Come here, Ian. Oh, Eenie. Hi, buddy. Oh, hi, buddy. Come here. Come on, you want to be on camera?
I was just talking about the Daytona 500 entry list, Grant. Do you know of the other cars that were mentioned?
Um, Actually, let me see if I can find the 500 entry list right now.
I know for our 500, there's a lot to be left. There's a lot to be desired left from the race. I mean, all in all, I think there's a lot of good points in the race that happened, but there's definitely some things that could be cleaned up. That opening 15 laps, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I've never seen pack racing so clean in my life.
But then that first pit stop happened, and it went
That
to
was
hell.
horrendous.
It went to hell in a handbasket pretty quick. So, but it was the guys. There's definitely some cleanup work for the admins, and there's always going to be cleanup work after the 500. Always.
Okay, so guys in the race right now: Chandler Smith with Colleague Racing, Riley
Thank
Herbst for
you.
where that was already announced. Let me see who else. Zane Smith in the 36.
Actually, it's been changed to him in the 38.
Or yeah, okay. Then they have not updated this list yet. Connor Daly in the Money Team Racing 50. Austin Hill in the 62. Pastrana in the 67. And Jimmy in the 84.
Yeah,
Shades,
there you go.
You're right. Wreckfest is going to be wild. I'm sitting here finally getting a chance to look at the comments. And Kevin, yeah, Kev, you're well. I appreciate the push, Kev. I appreciate it. Um, Grant, I did send you your invite just a little late.
Yeah, I got that. It's all good.
Nitro brings up his team, Nitro Racing. Yep, Nitro getting getting the work in this season. All three series of NASCAR.
Indeed.
Then Kevin says about turf after I made the comment about turf. Then Nitro goes, turf had a big win, then Grant whooped on him in Madden, making him rage quit 50-0 before the end of first. Grant, go ahead and tell us,
Half. First half.
enlighten us about that.
Oh man, dude, it was literally picks, fumbles, you name it, it happened.
Well, then I should be a little worried when I got to play you week 17 again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But then yet again, it is me, Jade. We know how I end up usually playing. I think yesterday was just an off night.
An off night, huh?
Yeah, an off
Okay.
night.
An off night.
Speaking of Wreckfest, we got that coming up. So I want to take this time to talk about what we're going to expect for the season. C-class cars can't go above 164. Um, any thoughts on like what armor they should, like what car they should use?
Well,
honestly, with Wreckfest, it's never easy to say because that is one of the most unpredictable things that could happen based on people of if their driving style of if they're going to wreck or if they're going to race, if they're constantly going after somebody or not. You just never know.
I think
Indeed.
the thing about Wreckfest is that this schedule, okay, the week 1 schedule, okay, we got the
Yes, we
Hilltop.
need to know this.
We got the Hilltop Stadium, the Oval. We got 20 laps there. Okay. Race
Good
2
season opener.
is Kingston Raceway Oval Reverse, 25 laps.
Oh, okay.
Then you ready? You ready for the Piece de Resistance?
Yep.
Rally Trophy, baby.
Oh no.
2 laps. Then we hit the Death Loop for 10. Then we hit Motor City Circuit, the Trophy Circuit for 10 more. Then we end up the end of the night at Fairfield County for the Derby.
Yeah, it's definitely one heck of a week. So make sure them belts get an extra notch in them. Make sure they're extra tight. Maybe
And
some
make sure
extra
your wheels
padding
are
on the
straightened
roll
up.
bars.
Yeah, maybe some extra padding. That might help too. It's going to be crazy.
Yep.
And remember, we're in C-class cars this season, so you're going to need a lot more armor and a lot smaller engine.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing that's really crazy this week. With us being in C-class cars, it's just going to make the racing that much more tighter, I think, because you're not going to have room for cars to go a whole lot faster. So it's going to be crazy. And then we have the big change for Wreckfest this season, okay? You ready?
Ooh, big change.
The playoff system.
Oh no!
The playoff system, man.
Mm-hmm.
The first
That's
5...
coming?
That's coming.
How's
So,
that going to work?
we are doing elimination style, but it's points. You have to have, so the first 5 weeks, after the first 5 weeks, the top 8 in points move on to move into the playoffs. Then everybody's reset at 1,000. Then There's no playoff points. There's no nothing. You are set. Everyone's set to 1,000, regardless of your wins, whatever. Then you'll have you'll have 1 week, the round of 8, 5 races in a derby. Then the top 4 out of that group moves on to the championship week. Again, no playoff points, no uh
No winning, you're in.
no winning you're in, no nothing. You got to do it. And so this is where teams are going to come into play. It's going to be insane how crazy this is, how playoffs are going to be. And we're going to see how it works. I don't know how it's going to work. I think it's going to be crazy. The champion will be decided after the Derby on the final week, week 7, by
Yep, and
points.
there was a big signing out of the Blues Brothers today, getting Nathan Parkhurst, aka Shades, for everyone in the league.
That's one heck of a pickup. After the Mighty Ducks fell last season, and Phantom Motorsports. Hey, Phantom Motorsports, we're still working on the Duck Hunter shirts, so don't worry. We're gonna have those up here in probably about a few weeks. So I can't wait. I can't wait till we have them ready to go. It's gonna be great.
So
I'm excited.
before we do our predictions, let's show off our cars we're going to select this season.
With what?
Our
What?
cars.
I'm sorry, I ain't telling my car for Wreckfest until we get there.
Well, I will show you mine.
Okay, I
Only
can't show you
because-
because I'm on my computer.
Are you ready for this? This is my pick for this season.
Okay, Hazard, show me.
All right, this is gonna be interesting.
I can't wait.
The Cardinal is my chariot.
That's not a bad pick, honestly.
Honestly, that was
7.9
the one that
strength,
I was thinking about going with as
8.9
well.
speed, 8.3 speed, 5.0 acceleration, pretty much, and cornering 4.5. Decent pick.
Decent pick. I'm hoping Nitro sees what I texted him earlier. But yeah, so
You're
this.
probably gonna pick Super Venom again, Jade.
No, I'm
I
not
know you
going
too
Super
well.
Venom again. It was.
See, I'm playing
It,
Turf for the 500. Turf is awful. Wreckfest is gonna be wild. Who can make 2 laps? LOL.
that's true. Wreckfest is going to be insane. I'm excited to see where all the carnage is going to end up this season. Wreckfest is slowly becoming one of those driver favorite series.
Indeed. And besides, some of us have gotten our first wins here, myself included.
So is Turf going to run Wreckfest there, Grant? Because I saw him get out of the Wreckfest chat earlier.
Yes, he is.
Oh
He
God.
is, I think part time with Blues Brothers, but I could be mistaken.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting development here.
Wouldn't that be 5 drivers though?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Oh,
technically
because
that
you're
would
not
be.
you're not racing, Grant. That's right.
Right.
You're not racing. That's right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to make it.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So that'll help the Blues Brothers out. So it's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. I guess I don't know what happened exactly between Fatal and the Blues Brothers, but I guess we're fading or for feuding. Oh, we'll see.
I have no idea.
Well, obviously, we've got to keep an eye out for the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. So Grant.
That's for
Yeah, that's
sure.
right. Ranger did hop in here and just say that Grant is not racing. So
Yep.
that's right. So all right, Blues got their 4. I'm excited to see where everything goes this season. I know the Stanley's Fatal Nachos plus Keith are ready to go. So, hey,
I'm ready to kick Fatal this season.
good luck with that, Air Hazard. Good luck, buddy. Back to
If
back
I
to back
win,
constructor
Jade,
titles. I don't think anyone's touching Fatal, buddy.
we'll see. If I beat you during the Derby, you have to sign me to Fatal next season. You have to.
We'll see, Hazard. We'll see.
It's a bet.
All right, Hazard. Listen, okay. If you can win
If I
5
beat you,
races this season, 5, that's including derbies, I'll sign you to Fatal next season.
deal. Let's do it.
Okay? You gotta win 5
All right.
races, 5 events, and I will sign you to Fatal.
What
All
are you
right.
getting
Next
from the
season, we
helmet?
were sticking with C class.
What?
Are we sticking to C class next season
I have no idea.
as well?
Nitro hasn't decided yet. And just so we know, if he ever gets in jeopardy of winning 5 races, I'm gonna wreck him. Every time, every chance I get. Every chance.
So in other words, Hazard, you have your work cut out for you.
You
buddy.
have your work. You have a target painted so big on your car, Kevin's gonna wreck you. That's how big it is.
Well, in that case, I better paint myself a target.
You might want to. All right, so next week predictions. So the 500 does not start before um our next broadcast. We can do the 500 to see this week. We got what, the duels this week?
Yes, duels this week.
Duels this week. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna be racing during them. Won't we be? Or are they Wednesday night?
Give me just a moment. Jade, that would be Wednesday night, buddy.
All right. Well, I mean, we're still gonna be racing during them.
Well, yeah, I mean, either way.
Yeah, pretty much. Then we got the duels
23.
Wednesday night. But speaking of this week for the WRL, we are going to Texas. So we
For
got
Cup?
entries. We got everybody's going to Texas.
Everybody, bringing it to my home state, baby. Let's go.
All right, we got Texas. So Monday night we start off in the entry series. The entry drivers will be in the Busch cars. Who do we think got? Who do you think has the advantage for uh in the entry series?
CMS. Anthony Cordray. He is really skilled, and I know I've raced with him last season. He's a dang good driver.
Yeah, but then you've also got some of these new guys that came into the league this season, that we haven't seen with their talents. And, I was impressed by a few of them. With who was it? Twisted J was pretty decent. Herman was up there all race long, especially getting pushed from Kevin last week at Daytona. Uh, CBP Bear, or the Bear.
The Bear.
He's going to be one to watch out for this season as well. A lot of these other guys, I'm just quite not sure yet. Hadn't seen a whole lot out of them because Daytona. There's not a whole lot that you can tell just from speed alone. So it's going to be interesting to watch for sure.
I'm going with Mountaineer. I think Mountaineer. I
Okay.
think Mountaineer's gonna really lead the way. I think.
Okay,
Let's move
Jade.
into
Rules
trucks.
are Thursday at 7 to 9
Okay.
Eastern.
Okay. I'll be running Road to Pro, so I'll be having that
And
up.
I'll be in F1, so.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Trucks.
Truck series. Hazard, go ahead and lead us since you started this.
I will choose somebody from the Night Motorsports camp because I will be selecting from Night Motorsports Chase in the 52.
Wow, Chase
The wild
NASCAR.
card, but yep, I really think he has a shot.
Yeah, Chase NASCAR. He actually just won F1 in F1 last Thursday night. Won at Singapore after finishing second there last year to his then teammate Sammy Haskew. So that's a good pick. Grant, who do you got?
I'm actually excited to get to watch these guys race as well. But, just from speed of what I saw last week in the trucks themselves, I don't know if you're going to run that night or not, Jade. But, you're really fast. Kevin's going to be fast there. Anthony's going to be really fast. But I'm also going to be keeping my eye out for D Trent if he's able to show up for that
Mm-hmm.
race. He proved last season he was one skilled driver, and I think that 16 truck for D4C is going to be at the front.
Yeah, I don't think that's so bad. I have committed to running trucks full season. I plan on being there. So, I mean, hey, I'm leading the points. I gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? So, I plan on running trucks. I plan on running truck and cup this season. Um, and we'll see where that shakes out. I'd like to get a truck championship if that's possible. Cross that off the old bucket list. Um, you gotta watch out for Mercy Smoke, man. It's hard to root against. Oh, we lost Hazard. uh yeah, it's hard to run. It's hard to choose against Mercy Smoke. My buddy, my little protege, as I like to call him. He's a great kid. Uh, he's fast. I think he's gonna do really well. Any of these drivers in the truck, I think, can win. So I think, but I'm really gonna keep my eye on Mercy, see if he can get his rear end up there. Slide on up the
Yeah.
bush. Hazard's not here, so go ahead, Grant, take her away.
Man, it's getting harder and harder as we move up the rosters here. A lot of great drivers in a lot of great places. Conky and Mojo, again, two drivers proven it last season in entry, battling hard for the championship as well as Kevin. Those are going to be two to watch out of the Fatal Camp. Nitro as well as Kevin over at Nitro Racing. They're usually fast week in and week out. Maggio moving from Ford to Chevy in the Busch Series this season. I think that's going to be the one to watch that race.
Yeah. Yeah, Maggio definitely is always a pick. I'd watch Keith Ayers, William Moore. Those two are always quick. Will is dying to get his first NASCAR win. He's dying for it.
Oh, I know exactly how he felt.
And I know after last week he was very, very upset with how everything panned out. He always seems to find someone else's trouble, so I understand wholeheartedly. I know he's ready to go. He's willing to fight. So I'd watch William Moore.
Yeah, definitely. Cushion pushing is going to be another one to watch there as well. Seeing him in multiple different leagues, watching him run, especially like Atlanta and Texas, Charlotte, where those tracks are a lot, similar in a way. He's going to be one to watch as well, coming from the Toyota camp.
Yeah. Then we move on up to the Rogers Racing Engines Cup Series.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
You might as well give it to BMR.
The best of the best, Drake
those
and
th-
Maggio. It's
those
hard to bet against those two.
it is. But I think if anybody can do it, it'd be those two over at TMT.
Definitely.
Uh, Dash and Marty,
Yeah.
and maybe Keith. If it comes down to some strategy, I think Gar has a shot. Jardy has a shot. Will has a shot. But if it comes out the straight racing, I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat those two on a mile and a half.
And again, like I just said, Coach and pushing out of the Toyota camp, he's going to be hard to beat there as well with his experiences. So looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching these drivers all compete.
Actually, looking forward to being in it.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward when I'm not outside the playoff picture. That's when I'll be excited to be in it. I don't like being on the outside looking in. It's not my cup of tea, Grant.
Yeah. I mean, we all have those moments, Jay. Just all I can say is get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it.
See, all I can say is get in it. that's where I say.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. One of
Hi.
the two.
Yep. But with that being said, it's a little after 8 here, and I don't think Hazard's coming back. So might as well call it here.
Quick shout out, Ranger said, don't forget about World of Outlaws. We are racing Charlotte tomorrow.
Yes. World of Outlaws, man. I suck at it. I ride around in the back the whole time.
Yeah,
Woo!
trust me, I'd be right there with you if I was able to do it as well.
Man,
But
we
yeah,
gotta get
shout out to Wheeler winning 6 races in a row. That is nuts, dude.
the kid's good at it. Everybody's got a series they're good at, and that's just how it is, man. You know, we had GTA start up last night. Had 7, 8 guys come out for it. Wasn't too bad.
Saw you move a couple of people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Maybe
yeah.
put a couple in the wall.
Yep, yep, yep. Didn't mean to. First time, just ran out of real estate. Second time, I had Keith push it underneath me, and I didn't want to go down, and I couldn't go up, so I kind of had to fight my way through it, and that's how it ended up. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I took home the win at the Coliseum.
Yeah, there you go.
That made me feel a lot better after losing the 500. So
Well, the fact that I kind of dominated in Madden too.
that also made me feel better too. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week.
There you go.
Any day of the week. So, you want to take us away, Grant?
Yep. With Hazard unfortunately not being here for him and for our co-host Jade Burr, this is Weston Grant signing off for the last time on the podcast tonight. Let's keep your racing worldwide, everybody. See you.